I have a problem with traditional therapy now. I've done traditional therapy. I've had three different therapists. Psychologists, yes, in my life since I was around 24, so for probably like 20 years. And they have helped me so much. And I 100% agree with finding out your childhood stuff and understanding your programming basically and why you are the way you are, and that stems from childhood because your subconscious beliefs they form from 0 to 7. So I really think everyone can benefit with understanding that. But then it gets into a territory of talking too much about the problem. So when we understand the law of assumption and how thoughts create your reality, therapy can really very much keep you in the problem and venting about the problem and just discussing the problem over and over and over again and not really getting any results, okay? So in my traditional therapy, none of my therapists really talked about my self-worth, like tools like meditation. I mean, I might not have been open to those things, but I'm sure there are other therapists that aren't as traditional, but I'm talking about traditional therapy here. So they loved talking to me about my parents and how my parents did this and that, and I understand a lot about why I am the way I am, which has given me a lot of self-awareness, and it's given me the tools to explore more and to try and change, not try, to change my life because of knowing how I grew up. And I think that's really positive, and I really love that. But then it came to a certain point with all my therapists that we were just constantly talking about the problem, and they wouldn't ever get to the root of like change. There was no change that seemed to happen. In my last experience with therapy, loved my therapist. She was incredible. I actually recommended her to a lot of people. Unfortunately, towards the end, I felt like she definitely hindered me and almost enabled me in my last relationship to be the victim and to not take responsibility for my own stuff. And I was creating a lot of stuff on the outside that wasn't ideal. And yeah, it was easy to point the finger, but it didn't move the needle for me. Whereas learning about the law of assumption was just moving the needle. It meant I felt more secure, more grounded, because I understood my subconscious and I could take a step back instead of like feeling like I'm a fish out of water and I just have to move around and depending if I meet the right person or I'm surrounded by the right people, it depends on my feeling. And whereas now, because I know that our thoughts create our reality, I've been able to use my thoughts to manifest the life that I want and the relationship that I want. And when things happen within the relationship or within my life or work or whatever it is, it's definitely a lot less intense. It's a lot easier to deal with. It's a lot more chilled. It's nicer. And I feel like I have a lot more control. In therapy, you just rehash the same problem over and over and over again. And then it seems to get bigger. I think it gets a little bit bigger. Well, mine got bigger. I ended up breaking up. Well, I ended up, losing my relationship because, I didn't understand the law of assumption. I didn't understand thought creation and how it actually works and how we create our realities with our thoughts. And so, traditional therapy has its place, but I don't think I would ever do it again. And I don't know if I would recommend it to anyone except for maybe 6 sessions where you can uncover your childhood wounds and you can understand your childhood and have someone hold space for you, which is really important. That you can get that from a coach or other people as well. But if you really want real results and you really want to take control of your mind and your life, I don't know, learning about all this stuff has helped. Hypnotherapy helped because that went into my subconscious. And I had a couple of kinesiologists who I would highly recommend. I loved kinesiology. I felt like that was really shifting for me. And the therapy was just keeping me sad, just depressed and validated. But what can I do with validation? I can't move forward with validation, you know? So that's my thoughts on therapy. Let me know what you think, if you've had the same experience or not. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I will see you. Oh yeah, subscribe, put a comment, like, and I'll see you in the next video.